Hello everyone, and welcome to CookTop Vipes. Today we have compiled a list of the 10 best techniques that will turn ordinary meat into a true masterpiece. You will learn how to make the crust crispier and the inside juicier. Let's start our list. Marinating meat in beer before grilling makes it exceptionally tender and flavorful. The enzymes in beer break down muscle fibers, and after just 2 to 3 hours, the texture becomes juicier. Light beer adds a mild sweetness, while dark beer gives a deeper, caramel-like taste. When the meat hits the hot grill at around 200 degrees Celsius, the alcohol quickly evaporates, leaving only aroma and flavor behind. Cooking time usually ranges from 10 to 15 minutes depending on thickness. During grilling, a delicious crust forms while the inside stays moist. This method is especially eye-catching on video. Pouring beer into the marinade, the sizzling sound on the grate, and the final golden surface make the whole process feel like a culinary show. Frying meat with honey creates a shiny caramelized crust that looks and tastes amazing. The meat is seared first on medium heat, and after a few minutes, a spoonful of honey is added. At around 160 to 170 degrees Celsius, the sugars in the honey caramelize, coating the meat with a glossy golden glaze. Cooking time is typically 8 to 10 minutes for smaller cuts like chicken or pork. Honey doesn't just add sweetness, it also enhances juiciness and locks in flavor. Some cooks balance the glaze with soy sauce or spices for a richer profile. On video, this method looks especially striking. Thick honey, dripping onto the pan and transforming into a glossy coating, makes the dish irresistibly appetizing. A dry spice rub before grilling creates bold flavor and a crisp, aromatic crust. Paprika, chili, garlic powder, and black pepper are the most common ingredients. The rub is massaged into the meat, which is then grilled over high heat at about 220 degrees Celsius. The spices form a smoky, slightly spicy crust while the inside remains tender. Depending on the cut, cooking usually takes 12 to 18 minutes. A spice rub can also help retain up to 10% more juices during grilling. In video close-ups, the vivid red crust coated with paprika and chili always looks appetizing and conveys heat and intensity before the first bite is even taken. Basting meat with garlic-infused butter while it cooks makes it rich, aromatic, and juicy. Butter begins foaming at around 150 degrees Celsius, and the garlic quickly releases its flavor. The cook continuously spoons the hot butter over the meat, creating a glossy crust while keeping the inside tender. Cooking usually takes 7 to 10 minutes depending on thickness. Adding rosemary or thyme to the butter enhances the aroma even more. On video, this method always looks stunning. Sizzling pieces of meat glistening with melted butter, the steam rising, and golden drops dripping down the surface make it visually irresistible. Quickly stir-frying small pieces of meat with soy sauce is a staple of street food cooking. Thinly sliced meat is tossed into a sizzling wok heated to 220 to 230 degrees Celsius. At this high temperature, it cooks in just 3 to 5 minutes, sealing in juiciness. Soy sauce is added mid-cook, evaporating and caramelizing to give the meat a deep color and savory flavor. Often vegetables are added for extra color and crunch. On video, this process looks dynamic and energetic. Rapid tossing with a spatula, flames licking the wok, and the glossy dark coating of soy sauce make the dish both appetizing and entertaining to watch. Marinating meat in lemon juice and herbs before frying gives it a fresh and vibrant flavor. The acidity of the lemon tenderizes the fibers, while herbs infuse the meat with fragrance. After just 1 to 2 hours of marinating, the meat becomes noticeably softer. When fried at around 180 degrees Celsius, it develops a golden crust with light herbal notes. Cooking usually takes 10 to 12 minutes depending on cut size. On video, this method stands out. Fresh green herbs, slices of lemon sizzling on the pan, and the final golden sear create the impression of a light, summery dish bursting with aroma. Coating meat with mustard before frying gives it a sharp, tangy crust. At temperatures above 170 degrees Celsius, mustard caramelizes and turns golden, adding both color and bold flavor. This method works well with chicken, pork, or beef. Cooking typically takes 12 to 15 minutes. Mustard helps lock in juices, making the meat tender while keeping the outside crisp. On video, the transformation is especially interesting. The raw yellow coating turning into a glistening golden brown crust creates a striking visual effect that instantly communicates bold flavor. Using yogurt as a marinade makes meat extra tender. The acidity and enzymes break down tough fibers, and after 2 hours, the texture is noticeably softer. Garlic and spices are often mixed into the yogurt to deepen the flavor. When fried at about 180 degrees Celsius, the marinade cooks away, leaving behind a golden crust while the meat stays juicy inside. Cooking time usually ranges from 15 to 20 minutes depending on the cut. On video, this method looks delicious. The creamy coating slowly disappearing as it turns into a crisp, aromatic surface gives the dish a satisfying transformation that viewers love to watch. Wrapping meat in bacon before frying is a simple way to add flavor and aroma. At around 190 degrees Celsius, the bacon slowly crisps while the meat inside remains juicy. Cooking time is typically 15 to 20 minutes depending on thickness. The fat from the bacon seeps into the meat, enriching it with smoky, savory notes. On video, this method always looks impressive. Thin strips of bacon tightening around the meat as they brown, creating a crispy shell with tender meat inside. The contrast between the golden bacon exterior and juicy center makes it a visual highlight. Frying meat with cheese creates a unique golden crust. Hard cheeses melt at around 180 degrees Celsius and caramelize into a crispy, nutty-flavored coating. Cooking takes about 8 to 12 minutes, depending on the size of the cut. The result is tender meat with a salty, crunchy shell that adds a burst of flavor. On video, this technique is irresistible. The sight of cheese melting, bubbling, and turning golden on the pan captures viewers' attention instantly. The combination of sizzling meat and a cheesy crust makes it one of the most appetizing methods to watch. That was our top 10 ways to cook meat. Which one do you like best? Write in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to CookTop Vipes so you don't miss out on new delicious ideas. See you in the next videos.